Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to BBallBreakdown. I am pleased to have a phenom on the other side of the pond in Tom Connors, a guy that does some amazing and one style or streetball style basketball. And Tom, welcome to the show. You know, for the guys and girls who don't know about you in America, give us an overview. Tell us about what you are about and what you're doing over there in the UK.
Okay, so I'm a professional street basketball player. I'm multiple basketball world record holder. And I'm currently with some fantastic schemes in the UK representing basketball as the face of the sport in this country and trying to get it more popular and get kids picking up a basketball, which is important to me.
Well, let's start there because it's interesting. You know, I actually, when I mentioned I studied in London for a semester, I got to play on the basketball team, the University of London club team. So
Right.
the funny thing about that was that there was hardly any native English people on the team. They were all from other countries. So this was back in '92, but you know, has that changed? I mean, has there been more interest in basketball in the last 20 or 30 years?
Yeah, hugely. Funnily enough, a very big newspaper article came out maybe 2 or 3 days ago saying that basketball now is the second most popular sport in the UK, regarding how many kids and youngsters are playing the sport, but the sport isn't getting funded the way that other sports are getting funded. So I'm also trying to work on that side of things as well.
Well, let's talk about what you're doing with your sorcery and with the ball, because it's really impressive stuff. And how did that come about? And what are you doing to display your talents when you do that? Like, talk about how you're going out there and showing it.
Well, I actually sort of turned professional streetballer in 2003. Not many people actually know, but I actually signed to And One in 2003 for a 3-year contract to represent streetball in the UK and Europe. Over this side. Then I had a very big TV series in Europe in 2006 and 2007, and it kind of just went on from there, really. So yeah, we do a lot of exhibition games. I'm flown in to play in a lot of celebrity basketball matches. I'm just trying to get, there's so much coming in that I'm flying here and doing things. It's amazing. I get to see the world doing something I love doing. It's phenomenal. But as well as the streetball side of things, I put on basketball displays. I got a basketball stage show tour, which I tour around Europe. And I'm starting to spend a lot more time in America now, which I'm excited about because, that's where it's at right there in America. So,
do you get the kind of respect when you're in America doing your stuff as you might get in the UK or in Europe?
To be fair, I probably get more being in America because I think the perception that ballers don't come from the UK or very limited, so they kind of like, whoa, like where the hell did that come from, so busting out all these streetball moves on people. So
how do you get inspired to do these streetball moves? Are you just watching a lot of tapes or are you just coming up on your own?
Well, one thing I pride my career on is coming up or inventing new streetball tricks. I ever since I was young watching And One, I basically was like, watching all these crazy tricks, thinking, how can I top that? Basically, how can I remix it? How can I be more creative? So, what I find with a lot of these amazing streetball players out there is that they are phenomenal handlers, tricksters, but they're limited as in a sense of how many moves they've actually got. It's almost like they've mastered 5 or 6. But when you come to my YouTube channel, what I'm trying to do with my career, my YouTube channel is offer hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tricks because I feel that kids want the next move. They want to learn the next move. They want to rip it. They want to remix it themselves. And I love that side of it. If I can be more creative and drop more moves, then that's good.
I'm an old school coach, so I kind of like real simple crossover, spin move. Let's get efficient here. But do you actually play in regular games, and are you trying to do these kind of moves in a regular setting?
That was the route that I wanted to go down, but I was always hooked with the crowd reactions. If you come down and do something flashy, I was addicted to the crowd. So I did kind of turn my back on normal basketball and head towards the entertainment side. And then when I seen And One, I was like, I got to come up with a nickname. And then the Conman followed me, and it just kind of just came like that.
Let's talk about the world record stuff that you've been doing with Guinness. To give us an example of some of the things you've been doing that you're now listed in that book for.
Yeah, I've got 14 basketball world records right now. My aim is to get to 25. I don't know why I want 25, but before my career is over, I'd love to have 25. I really wanted to try and separate myself again from the rest of the streetball players out there, and I felt that the world records would really maybe help my career. So I just did one, and then I ended up doing two, and then Guinness World Records. I have a great relationship with them now, and we come up with. They always send me different records, and I go on to the television shows over here, and I went over to China and did a world record over there. So it's something that now is very much part of what I do, and it's been amazing.
Give us an example. When you went to China, what was the world record that you beat?
Off the most amount of knee bounces using the knees in a minute. So the world record was, I think the world record was 98 in a minute, and I did 148 in a minute.
Oh, that's we'll have to get Ronnie Nunn, our ex-NBA referee, out here to tell us if that's actually legal in the game, because certainly kicking with the foot isn't, but maybe the knee is okay. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
There are times when I used to watch it thinking that especially in America, if you start doing that kind of stuff to people, it could inspire a fight. The defender gets really upset that you do that. Do you ever have that kind of issue when you're doing those kind of moves and maybe embarrassing people?
I mean, it has happened many a times where you embarrass someone, or you bounce the ball off someone's head, or you do something. I've had a few punches in my time, but it's all fun and part of the game. And I'd like to think one thing with me is street basketball has this hard-nosed attitude, this kind of perception sometimes, and I like to bring a smile to the court. I'm not really a trash talker. I just want to entertain everybody and try and inspire people and have a good time with the sport that's been so good to me.
Absolutely. Well, it is exciting. I mean, listen, like I said before, I love the backdoor cut. I like a post up, but there are times when, out of pinch post, if you can get a guy to do a crazy, move like that out of the context, it's viable. You could definitely do it, and it's exciting. Certainly, would you expect maybe at some point somebody in the NBA would actually have? I mean, I guess we've seen a little bit with Jason Williams back in the day, but do you think we're going to see that again, where maybe somebody in the NBA is going to make it and be able to do some of that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, to me, when I watch the NBA, some of the most exciting players in the NBA have a street background, or they played on the street, so you can see the Iverson crossovers and so on and so forth. To me, they become superstars in the NBA. I mean, a lot of these street guys have real talent. It's just trying to sort of make sure they do it when they're supposed to do it, and all that. But yeah, I definitely feel as though, I just think it's a part of the game now. It's an exciting part of the game, and I think a lot of the handle things are coming into the NBA, the sham guards, the crosses. I've seen a lot of through the legs, which sometimes is the only way to get past a defender, is by putting it through the legs. So I love the street stuff in the NBA, but it's one of those ones.
And I have to imagine there are fundamentals to what you're doing, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think the problem is a lot of these kids that watch the street ball don't learn the fundamentals of basketball. They just pick up the ball and end up trying to do the street ball stuff. I don't believe you can become a great street ball player without the fundamentals. You need to understand both sides of the game to become a true street ball player, or a legend, as they say. So that's my personal take on that, though.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's great to hear. And tell us, where can we find you so we can see some more of your footage and a lot of the other breakdown stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my YouTube channel is Tom Conman Connors. And on that channel, you get obviously the best street ball moves on the planet, some really cool freestyle moves, tutorials, behind the scenes stuff. It's really kind of whatever's going on. I have a TV series out in the UK and Europe right now called Extreme Playgrounds, and I'm looking to bring that show to America. So I'm going to be looking for some of the hottest ballers out in America, which I'm excited about bringing that over there. So same, Instagram, Tom Conman Connors, Facebook, Tom Conman Connors. But the YouTube thing, I'm really excited about it because I'm working with some fantastic directors and special effects guys. I've got some really, really cool videos just about to drop. So I'm very excited about it. And I think I'm the only guy out there that's having fun with the videos the way I am, you know. So yeah, come to my channel, check it out. Hopefully everyone enjoys it, and you know, we can go from there.
That sounds great. And don't forget, sports fans, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in? Are you in, Tom?
I'm in, 100%.